Hey everybody, this is Reed, and today I have Mike Baio on our team with us. And today, Mike, I think we're talking about approvals, right?
Yeah, absolutely. An underused aspect of some of these systems, but very important. So we'll talk about that.
Absolutely. It's funny, we were talking about topics for the Construction Accounting 101 series, and I think this suggestion came from you. And it's we've seen over the 40 years of being in business that probably the number one, if you don't know anything about approvals or what they are, how they operate, or anything like that, is the biggest reason why you'd want to use approvals is to prevent things like fraud from happening in your company.
Yeah, I mean, I like to say basic checks and balances, just to keep a second set of eyes on something. It doesn't have to be a complex approval system. It can be extremely simple, but just new vendors got entered into the system. Somebody needs to check a box that says, yep, let's approve that vendor. Just a simple second set of eyes. Unfortunately, like you said, there is fraud, and a lot of times it's not that new person in the office, is the one that's been there for 30, 40 years. So, it's unfortunate, but necessary evil.
I had a case where it was, there's, I don't know, maybe 20 some odd years or so. And, ended up, I think the only way they found out was, the FBI came in and arrested the person one day. So, because they just so happened to be taking the money that they were effectively stealing and gambling it away. So,
wow.
Very interesting, I think, all across the board. They're obviously, unbelievable stories that we don't want anybody's business to have to deal with or go through. And I think this is probably, all the time, Mike, I mean, you're in demos with me and things like that. People say, hey, help me justify the cost of, a newer, a modern system. And honestly, this one simple feature is probably worth every penny that you're going to spend on it, just because it's peace of mind, like you said.
Yeah, peace of mind. And, like I said, it can be simple. A lot of times these new systems have the ability to, turn them on and off. Hey, I want to take advantage of this aspect of the approvals, but not the other aspect. So you can kind of ease into it and, and set it up based on, your individual company's needs. So that's important.
Awesome. Well, I think you've got some kind of approval demos here in Sage Intacct to take us through, something to walk us through there. So I'm going to have you do that.
What you can do is, a lot of times what users will do is they'll set up, if there is somebody who's doing approvals, you can create your own little dashboards, so you can keep track of, what's outstanding, what is new to approve, and like I said, a lot of these systems you can actually turn on and on different approvals. So, here, for example, when a new vendor is set up in the system, I'm the approver. I would get an email saying, hey, there's a new vendor that, is ready for approval. And I can click on here and you'll see a list of, hey, here's 2 new vendors that were set up. And what's nice about this and a lot of these newer systems is you can also communicate back and forth. So, like the Home Depot, maybe there's already one set up in there called Home Depot, not that type of thing. But a lot of times you can review it and, you could put some comments in here on it, so I can come in and say, I can ask the user who set it up, should this be, let's go to Justine here, should this be set up? Do we have one for Home Depot already or something like that? And you can ask those questions back and forth and collaborate in these types of systems. So that can be set up in there. And it retains that history.
Now, why would I not want just anybody to put a vendor into the system? Why would I want that approval?
going back to some of the fraud type of stuff, I mean, technically, you could set up a bogus vendor, in the system. And, it looks like it might say the Home Depot in there, but you're finding that the address that the check goes to or the ACH file is a personal bank account or a personal email, the personal email address or address, stuff like that. So there's different things that, obviously you'll need a second set of eyes on. And then that goes along with, the vendor bill in that aspect. Hey, I want to approve vendor bills. And, hey, well, there's a bill now for that all of a sudden every month, and we don't have a credit card account for that, or something like that. So you can ask those questions and stay on top of it. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Well, vendor approvals, AP bill approvals,
payment approvals,
maybe if I'm new to, construction, to construction accounting, maybe explain to me the importance of making sure that our subcontracts are approved, for instance.
Yeah. And the next aspect of it is, there's twofold. There's construction specific from a project manager's point of view, managing the project. But then there's also, preventing errors and shortening that month close, right? So instead of troubleshooting all of the wrong postings, you can actually review the coding of the information. So it's not just, for fraud, but hey, legitimately, somebody coded this wrong and I want to catch it right away. From a subcontract perspective, you can turn on, approvals when a subcontract document gets entered into the system. Number one, do they have all the proper documentation before we release this contract as far as compliance? And I think you're doing another series on that as well. So that's something that we'll dig into more detail on. But, it's a compliance issue or it's a coding issue. Hey, when we estimated this project, we coded electrical to this cost code in this cost type. So the people putting the AP bills in the system traditionally know the least about how we estimated the project. So they just pick whatever cost code they think. And we've seen that a lot. But if you set up a subcontract document that traditionally is going to be entered in by a project admin or, project manager, they're going to know what project cost code and cost type it should go to. And what's nice about that is once that's approved, the cost coding looks good there. Now, when the AP bill is applied to it later, all that costing can flow through the system. And so you find less errors and less issues in the system, for sure.
So another reason too, like, just walking through this and just, getting kind of the base level understanding is just brings to the front, how you want to know your system in and out, because, these types of things do affect, your reporting. It affects, maybe your forecasting and all of those types of things too. So it's really a chain reaction. So approvals, I think in a nutshell, Mike, I think you hit the nail on the head there, and I appreciate you taking the time walking us through it today.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime. We look forward to talking to you some other sessions.
Yeah. Well, we're going to continue our Construction Accounting 101 series here at Bangert Inc., along with our absolute experts like Mike and Lisa and Boyan. So if you like this video, take a moment to hit that thumbs up button for me if it helped you out. If you have any questions about approvals and approval routing, make sure to let us know down in the comments and subscribe to our channel. Mike, I appreciate your time and thanks for joining us.
Thanks. Love it.